That was fun. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Mommy Club reunion episode 1.
The fire.
Yo, you know what? I feel like if it was up to me, Mrs. J would have hosted today.
No, Mrs. J did a stellar job, hey?
Mrs. J is like, we need to stop glancing over this thing. The bullying was horrendous.
Dude.
Tony. Okay. Loved episode 1.
Of the reunion.
Of the reunion.
Yes.
Loved everything Mrs. J said. She basically reiterated, in my opinion, what we said in the review.
Yes.
Please check it, guys. It's been loaded. We reviewed season 3. And basically everything she pointed out today, I feel like we touched on it.
She was spot on. You know what? I think what Mrs. J did, in my opinion, is that she spoke for the public.
Yes.
Everything that we had been seeing in the social media about the fact that this show was about bullying. It was no longer being a mommy club. It had a very mean and dark energy. So I appreciated that she did that. And like we were saying earlier, we felt like she was doing a better job than the host.
Yeah. And no offense to the host, but I feel like she really covered
everything, right?
What we wanted to hear.
Exactly.
On the show.
On the show, because I understand why the host was doing it the way she was doing it, because actually she needs to follow a script, she needs to control the room and the crowd. But Mrs. J actually wanted to get to the point of everything. Like, let's not busy skim over the truth. Let's get down to it. Let's get into it.
Yes.
Let's talk about when Vuyi was trying to discredit Miss J.
Busangoma, like, I feel like throughout the better part of the reunion, Vuyi had no leg to stand on.
Yes.
She did not want to take accountability, so she ran quick to being defensive and trying to flip the script to make Mrs. J discredit her Busango Mabaki.
Yeah.
And what I love is the fact that then it came out that she actually didn't even finish her initiation.
Her initiation. Do you even believe that she actually went to an initiation? I'm not sure.
Exactly. And for you to speak so confidently about Busangoma and act like you know everything about ancestors, but you didn't even finish your initiation.
And that example that Miss J made, where she was like, I can't tell dentists about their jobs because she doesn't have the knowledge. Even if she had studied the first year of dentistry, the fact that she didn't finish doesn't mean that she's a qualified dentist.
So now go tell all dentists that this is how it should be, and you have no credibility. And I love that it was shut down immediately.
Yes.
Every little thing, everything she was trying to pull was shut down immediately because she's a liar. She was lying throughout the reunion.
Yes.
Same thing as trying to make it seem like Noksie is the same as
Mrs. Sande
in the confessional.
Right?
No, even Mrs. Sande herself said, no, actually, you're wrong.
That one was so hectic when she was like, no. I was just being spicy. Do you see Vuyi's face when Mrs. Sande said
and
that?
And Happy literally laughed.
I actually think that's why Happy was laughing, because she's like, okay, let's stop this, because she could see Kutiazi, you are digging.
Yeah, she was like, y'all gotta stop my girl. You can't be doing my girl like this while I'm sitting here. She couldn't say those because, like I said when it started, Happy looks like she's on PR mode.
Yes.
She looks like before the reunion, they were like, sweetie, over here. Because you say the wrong thing, it will now backfire.
It will taint your image.
And I feel like her and Mrs. Sande were trying to clean their image of what everything happened before the reunion, because she sent Noksie those messages.
Yes.
Trying to make it seem like, I'm so sorry, I'm just not a bully, I'm not it. Trying to reel Noksie in to make it seem like, oh no, we're good. And I'm so glad that Noksie did not respond to those messages.
She actually maintained boundaries.
Exactly.
Yes. She maintained boundaries. And you know what? That tells me that Noksie actually has been for therapy. And she's recognizing, because when she receives this type of treatment, she needs to block it.
Yes.
She needs to maintain boundaries. And that's actually what you're taught when you are being bullied or when you experience narcissism, that you have to keep reinforcing your boundaries.
Yes.
And you know what Noksie said about feeling suicidal, feeling like something's wrong with you? I've never felt suicidal, but I've actually been in many positions where I've asked myself, is something wrong with me? Because I'll enter circles of women predominantly, and they will just be mean for no reason.
And you don't know why. You continually, sorry to cut you. Ask yourself that, what is wrong with me? What have I done?
What have
why
I
don't
done?
you like me? What is happening? Like, what have I said or done that was so bad for you to treat me like that? You actually start to dig and try to think back in conversations or think back in interactions. If you said something so terrible to justify
the treatment. Yes. And also I feel like when it's happened to you multiple times with different groups of women, you actually stop pointing the finger at those women. You start pointing the fingers at you and saying, surely there's something wrong with me if everybody doesn't like me. And I think it's a difficult thing for, in fact for me, I'm not sure if it's the same for anyone else. It's a very difficult thing for me to say, no, you make them insecure about themselves. Because I ask myself, how? What about me makes them insecure? Because I'm not that great. I don't even see myself as a great person. I just see myself as a person. So I understand where Noksie's coming from, and I could feel her pain. What made it worse for me was when Vuyi kept rolling her eyes when Noksie was talking about being suicidal, going for therapy, because it's a real thing when you're being bullied. It's so painful, and it's a lonely road.
Exactly. What I like on the points that you've made is that don't be then asked Vuyi, why are you rolling your eyes
that
while Noksie's talking about this? And Noksie actually brought it up saying that you only knew me for 2 days. And then you made a comment about me and Oxford Road. You don't know me.
Yes.
You don't know me truly. I mean, 2 days. How can you know someone in 2 days? Yet you've called me Lebuma Tosa.
Dude.
You make jokes about me and being on Oxford Road and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I feel like Noksie talking about her being depressed and going through therapy and suicidal thoughts makes so much sense, because filming the episodes and then dealing with narcissists and trying to understand why people that I don't know would have such problems with me. This is before the episodes are released to the public. Because now you've filmed this, you've come around a group of women, they're treating you unkindly, you consistently put in a position to apologize, you consistently put in a position where you feel like you're ganged up on. It's more than likely that you will get home and that stuff is going to affect you. You know, and if I have to compare it, situations where you can even face in corporate, you face people that don't know you and just turn out to not like you and treat you unkindly. You know, and if you are not going through a process of treatment in terms of therapy, you wouldn't even know what it is.
That's true.
You'll just be at home being troubled and trying to understand, what is it that I did that was so bad, or what I said that was so bad to justify a group of women, a group of mothers, a group of people. Let's remove gender and whether you have kids or not, a group of people to sit around a table and tear me apart.
That's true.
For comments I said that they don't even know me.
That's true.
So for me, I was like, that really hurt my heart, and I fully understand where she comes from.
Yeah.
You know, you truly understand, Vuyi. Sometimes you come around people that don't know you, and for whatever reason, they don't like you. They show you that by how they treat you.
Yeah.
And you, like you said, you sit at home and you think to yourself, what is it that I've done?
True.
What is wrong with me?
That's accountable people.
Yes. What do I need to change about myself so that they can treat me better?
True.
Which I think that's why I'm so also happy for what you said, that the putting of boundaries, consistently putting boundaries against people that treat you unkindly, because you asking why every time is really chipping away.
That's true.
At you,
because you're never gonna get a real answer. You don't. They don't even probably know what about you triggers them. But what Noksie said that I found extremely powerful was when she said, "You have 4 girls. You have 4 girls, and this is the example that you're setting."
And notice that in the episodes, Sunday, eventually, don't want to say eventually, maybe I think she did apologize in some instances in the show. They were apologizing on the show, Happy apologizing on the show. Vuyi, the whole time defensive,
yes,
rolling her eyes. She even said that she wished she could take back the apology. What did she say?
Yeah, I wish my apology was wasted.
But my apology, what is that? Then why did you apologize if you can hold it and take it back?
And so I felt like she was gaslighting the whole time.
Yes, and then throwing out those
terms.
Words.
People read these terms on Google or wherever they get the terms, and then they use them all willy-nilly when they are the people that are doing that.
Exactly.
So she actually said Noksie was doing that. Meanwhile, she was the one doing it. So she was projecting. She said Noksie's lying. Noksie is the one who is gaslighting. Let's talk about Phaledi though.
How convenient. How convenient that Miss Ma'am did not come to the reunion.
Miss calling everybody to order did not come. To me, it felt like she was running away. And Happy said, she's running away from accountability.
Yes.
And that's exactly what it looked like.
Yes. And she made a comment about if you're not showing up, it may look like that you're a coward.
Yes. Actually,
exactly.
You're right.
That if you not showing up could
be
perceived that you're actually a coward. I feel like she was running away from accountability and wouldn't be able to justify the treatment.
Yes.
She threw flames and hid her hands.
Yeah,
the
100%.
whole time. And then she had her clique to stand up for her. But the mean clique fell apart at the reunion.
Yo, man, did they fall apart, hey?
Pieces. Because you feel like if she came to the reunion, what would she have said? Like, how would she have addressed? It would have actually, in my opinion, been the same way as Vuyi.
Yeah.
Where she actually can't justify what she says.
Yes.
And every time they'd ask her, would she give us an example? The example fell flat.
True.
Every little thing could not be justified.
True.
For why she treated people badly.
True.
And sorry, I know you brought up Phaledi, to go back to the Vuyi situation. Sorry, I don't
take that back.
I take it back. Going back to the Vuyi situation where they were talking about Vuyi aflatela
Noksie.
Did she not backtrack there also?
She did. She made up a lie. She completely lied and said no. It's because she said something very weird. But in her diary sessions and when she was speaking to Happy, she said she did it on purpose.
Yes.
So these guys are intentionally mean.
Yes.
I actually think if Phaledi was there, both of them would have been on the same camp. Yes. But also if Phaledi was there, the heat would have been more on Phaledi and not Vuyi. So I can respect Vuyi for being there to take the heat. I don't think she thought it would go this direction. I think she came to the reunion because she thought she's got Happy, no Mrs. Sande. And then Happy, no Mrs. Sande ended up turning against her.
They both flip-flopped.
Yeah.
And the thing is that Phaledi and Vuyi, no matter what they said, it wouldn't be justified because as I think it was Mrs. Sande that said, you didn't like, I think she said it to Vuyi, you didn't like Noksie because of what she said. You didn't like her because of who she is.
True.
100%. And if you don't like someone for who they are, you more than likely people wouldn't say it out loud.
True.
Because then it's like, okay, then you're a jealous person.
True. But also, there are people that just don't like other people, but they
You're not going to like everybody.
Yes, you won't treat them badly. You're still going to be cordial. You're going to be humane to them. For me, it's the way that they were treating her that showed. You see, they don't like her because they are jealous and they're envious of her. And we don't know why they are jealous or envious of her. From day one. You know what I find very interesting? Vuyi kept referring to Noksie as Oxford, which basically means that she's a prostitute. Then, when Mrs. J referred to Phaledi as Mukwanti, Wapitori, they went in on her. When it's actually the same thing. So the levels of accountability here are different, and it's based on who they are bullying. So if they don't like you, they will use any little thing to bully you and and suppress you
and
actually.
justify.
And justify it, you're right. Justify it by the tiniest little thing. But when it's turned around and they are faced with the same accountability, they then flip-flop. Just like how Vuyi lied and said, oh no, the Oxford thing came from Noksie. Noksie was so surprised, like, when did I say this thing?
Why would Noksie say it and then go into the confessional and ask, like, what does it even mean? I don't know what this Oxford Road thing means.
Exactly.
Doesn't make sense.
You know how I could tell she was lying? She's like, no, Noksie said she went to Wits or UJ and people were teasing her because she couldn't speak English and she had to teach herself to speak English. And then she said she went to Oxford Road. How does those things...
How do the continents align?
How? Can someone help me understand? Because
it fell flat on the ground.
And she's not taking accountability.
Exactly.
Not taking accountability. And this also shows me, and I'm not saying she's a narcissist because we're not clinicians.
Yes.
Is it clinicians? Or we can't diagnose people basically. But
I really understand what you're saying. Yes, we can't diagnose.
We can't diagnose people, but it's walking and sounding like a duck.
Yeah.
Meaning that it looks like she could be one, and so they are. I mean, you know that narcissists are so good at lying and triangulating. So for me, it looked like that's what she was doing. She was trying to triangulate and lie her way out to make it seem like, actually, I did nothing wrong. This is all on you, Noksie. I never did anything wrong. They are so good at doing that. And another thing with a narcissist, which is why Vuyi kept picking at any little thing that she could, is that when you come for her with the truth, she gets angry. So what she was then doing is that she was going as low as she can, trying to find something that will catch. But today she was exposed. Today she was exposed. So I think let's do another one of these for part 2 of the reunion, because it looks like there's fireworks that's coming there. And like I mentioned, I'm excited to see Rosette there. I'm excited to see how this progresses with Vuyi and more of Mrs. J calling out the bullying. Yeah. And for you?
I'm ready for Mrs. J's realness. It looks like the preview that she walks off the set. And a whole bunch of crying coming up. I think Vuyi was crying. It looked like Rosette was crying. I don't know. She was white, but I don't know. I'm looking forward to Mrs. J spitting more facts. I wonder if they will crack Vuyi. I don't think so. But I wonder if it'll get to a point where she's like, you know what, sorry.
I don't think they'll crack her, but think of any narcissist that we've dealt with. And again, I'm not diagnosing her, but when narcissists start to lose a battle, then they bring on the tears. Because they realize that they can't use all of their other tactics, so then they try to draw on sympathy. So for me, when I saw a snippet of Vuyi crying, I thought to myself, she's trying to disarm, and also she's trying to gain sympathy so that she can gain control of the situation. And remember, they love control. So when they feel like they're losing control, they need to use another tactic to gain that control. 100%. So it will be interesting to see. But yeah, let's do another one of these next week. We're doing it in our informal setting. Please let us know if you like our recording style. We don't have a fancy camera, people. We don't have also very fancy mics, but we wanted it to be quite authentic, I think. That's why we did it this way. And we hope that you like our style, because we want to feel like you're having a conversation with us in our living room, because this is how we talk in general with each other without the camera, and probably not seated like this because we need to fit into the camera. But we generally have these conversations where we dissect things, and we just wanted to bring you into it. Anything you want to say?
I just love it. I agree, like, with everything that you're saying. I think if we had to wait for all the perfect equipment and stuff like that, we wouldn't really enjoying the process. I mean, expensive, those equipments will come when they come, when we, want to get it and stuff like that. I don't think that should stop us. So I really hope you guys enjoy our points of view.
Yeah.
Like we said, it is a place for our opinion, our points of view, but I hope that you also share your opinions and points of views in the comments.
Yes, thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed listening to us here on the Teeny Girl. Till next time.
Bye.